Everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Let me uh let me get this prepared on YouTube and on Facebook, and then we will get started. All right. Thumbnail. There we go. Copy. How is everyone? I hope everybody's doing fantastic. Uh-oh. Wrong, wrong browser. Hold on. All right, there we go. Let me get this up so I have chat. I don't know why it's not opening, but that's okay. There we go. Hello, Jessica. Hello, Keisha. Hello, Mumtaz. Trying to get this working over on my phone so that I will have chat directly in front of me so I don't have to keep looking over here. So bear with me. I don't know why it's not coming up on my phone. Let me make sure my sound is turned all the way off. So weird. My phone will not show chat. Hmm. Oh, I must not be logged in. That might be why. That would definitely be why. Okay, let me log in over here. Hold on. There we go. Chat. There we go. Okay, now I can see chat. Sorry about that, my lovelies. All right. I think I got everybody. Hello, Jessica. Hello, Keisha. Hello, Mumtaz. All right. We are using the Wisdom of the Oracle today and the Marchetti deck. Oh, let me put this up here. That way I can actually look up there. Okay. There we go. Live chat's turned up. Excellent. And I'll just put it on this. There we go. Oh, how is everyone? Can y'all hear me okay? You only have 2 more quizzes until you're done with school. That's fantastic. That is fantastic. All right, so already pre-shuffled, now pre-shuffled, and let me pre-shuffle our Marchetti deck. Hello, Connie. Oh, Connie, I need to send you an email with a code. I have not been able to get the meditation files out yet. For those of you that won them, don't worry, I will be getting them out Tuesday. Tomorrow, as you guys know, Mondays I work doubles at the restaurant, so I will not be available all day. All right. Our first sign up is going to be Capricorn. But before I put that up, let's go ahead and let's take the all signs wisdom of the Oracle. All right. Chop wood. Okay, so that means everybody needs to get rid of something. So it's funny, we have this solar eclipse today, and I didn't get a chance. The solar eclipse totally knocked me on my ass. I don't know about y'all, but it made me so tired that I actually went to sleep at like 9:30 last night, which was so unusual for me. Normally I'm up till like 3 a.m. And so last night I ended up going to bed at like 9:30, and then I slept in until 11 after getting up once to let the dog out. Both the dog and I went back to bed. She didn't even bother me for her breakfast. Like we were both so exhausted. And so at any rate, this solar eclipse energy totally knocked me on my ass. So I haven't gotten anything done today, which is unfortunate because I had a list of about 12 different things that I was going to be doing today, and I never got around to them, unfortunately. So, we will be doing Pisces 1, the bonus reading. If I can get the bonus reading done after this reading, I'll do it tonight. But once again, like I'm so exhausted. The Pisces bonus reading will probably be Tuesday. So, not to be confused with chopped salad. That's so funny. I made a Asian chopped salad this afternoon. That's so funny. It had it was so good. So good. Green cabbage, red cabbage, Brussels sprouts, ramen noodles, carrots, bean sprouts, green onion, red onion, garlic, and then peanut sauce. Oh, so good. And I made that for the week, not for just today. So like I made a big batch that I can have like, like a cup of it every day. Um, I'm back to my vegetable eating, which is absolutely amazing. I'm loving that. So how is everyone? How is everyone? Capricorn will be up first. Capricorn. One thing I did do today though is I started working on some certifications for work outside of here and outside of the restaurant. So I'm moving in a brand new direction with something that I have been um, generously immersed in over the last 3 years. So I'm moving in a new direction. Still going to be at the bar for a little while until that solidifies as a standard job. Um, but I may stay at the bar even after that because I love bartending. But but I'm in the process of working on 4 different certifications for it, and just started that yesterday, and that's super exciting. So I cannot wait to see where that goes. Hopefully it will work out as I think it will. I'm kind of like reverting back to my old techie days. So kind of pulling tech back in. I don't know if you guys knew this, but I used to be a computer developer. I also used to do operating system support at Microsoft many years ago, many moons ago. And um, let's see. So I did .NET programming, um, obviously using a variety of modalities for that because of database connection and things of that nature. And web development. I also did web development. I did mobile development. I actually had some mobile apps that I personally created, which were on the Google Play Store many years ago. And many years ago. And I've done computer programming work for Lowe's, Meineke, um, Lowe's, Meineke, Michelin, uh, ATC Leasing, which I wouldn't expect you to know what that is. Let's see, hold on. Lowe's, oh, Food Lion. Food Lion was the other one. Grocery store. Yeah, exactly. Sleep first. I had no choice. Yeah, I had no choice. I was so exhausted. It was surprising that I went to sleep so early, actually. Like it's just that's just not me. I'm usually up to like all hours, all hours. Let me go ahead and let me pour myself some Mountain Dew because my Diet Coke's gone. You had chocolate cake for breakfast? I had an arugula smoothie. Arugula smoothie with protein powder, chia seeds, hemp hearts. It was really yummy. Oh, and mint. Mint was in there too. All right, my dears, let's get started on Capricorn. Are we all ready to go? Oh my, okay. Capricorn. Capricorn, you have TikTok and chop wood, so the time has come for you to release something from your life. The time has come for you to release something from your life. When we have chopped wood, it's, it's sort of like removing removing something that no longer serves you, which we see with the eclipse energy, right? So are we surprised to see chop wood today when there was a solar eclipse today? Probably not. The solar eclipse will move through us for the next 6 months. So you could see a change in any area of your life over the next 6 months, specifically where Virgo is. Now, my Virgo placement is the sixth house, so it's over routines, looking at routines, changing up routines, work-wise, diet-wise, which I just recently went back to vegetarian eating, so not surprised. All right, Capricorn, let's see what it is time for you to remove. Let's see what the cards say. Neurospark? What is Neurospark? I can't see underneath the heart, so I'm not sure what I said. I see. I need you. Yeah. What's Neurospark? We need to talk about that. Capricorn, here you are with the devil. The devil. Seven of Wands. All right. The Tower. Oh my gosh. Like, okay. This is so we get started in such a ginormous way for Capricorn. Such a ginormous way. Chop wood. It's time to remove something from your life, right? And what the fuck do you get? You get the devil and the tower right off the bat, and the seven of wands, which is you holding your ground on something. Capricorn, you are totally, totally releasing something from your life. Now, with the tower, you may have no choice. It may be being released for you, unfortunately. When the tower comes up and it's shocking, surprising, unexpected, right? Shocking, surprising, and unexpected that you have to release something from your life that perhaps you weren't planning on. So, I mean, here we go right off the bat, tower. TikTok. The time has come. Done. So what are you done with? The overall energy that we have is the Page of Wands. Now, the Page of Wands in this particular case is negatively impacted. And as such, the Page of Wands could indicate you received some negative news, right? Because it is our messenger. So you could have received some negative news that made you very angry with the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands can also be an indication that you're dealing with somebody who's very immature, doesn't have their head on straight, is, very much reactionary, somebody who, reacts at the slightest of things. So you could be removing a person from your life, Capricorn, or you could be removing a situation. Everybody, I am dying of heat. I forgot to turn the AC down for our live stream. With all the lights on me, it gets very warm. I'll be right back, okay? All right, my darlings. Sorry about that. It gets so flippin' warm by the if I'm warm now, imagine what it would be like by the end of the stream. The end of the stream, I'll be like pouring sweat. Pouring. Commercial break. Your company. Okay, we'll have to talk. Well, we'll have to talk about that. Mm. Cool. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Cool. Um, so at any rate, um, with the devil, the tower, and the seven of wands, and our negative page of wands, this indicates that we have this energy here of something with the devil. It could be somebody toxic. We see that, right? Somebody toxic that you've had to put up some sort of barrier between you and this person. And then with the tower, it's like you have no other choice. You are given no other choice. Spirit steps in and says, it is time for them to go. So it's time for them to leave. So we see this focus on chop wood, TikTok. There is no mistaking. You are releasing someone from your life, Capricorn. Someone. All right, that's Capricorns. There's not anything else I could say about that. I mean, that's pretty darn clear. Okay. TikTok. Next up, Aquarius. Aquarius. Hey, hey, Fusion. That's so funny. All right, Aquarius. Aquarius, Aquarius, Aquarius. Let's knock out that energy. Aquarius, you have blessed. Chop wood and blessed. Okay. Let's see what that has to do with. Chop wood and blessed. That's a very weird combination. Two of Wands. Page of Coins. Knight of Cups. All right, that looks really good. Eight of Wands. This looks really fantastic. All right. So, Aquarius, for you, we have the Eight of Wands, which means rapid, swift movement forward, right? It's also the arrows of love, Cupid's arrows, that sort of thing. And it definitely could be Cupid's arrows with the Knight of Cups coming in here. It's interesting though, because we have this movement here of blessed and the Eight of Wands. I feel that the communication that's coming in or the movement that's coming towards you or with regards to what's going on in your life right now, Aquarius, that it's going to be positive. But it seems that that positive news that you're receiving is almost like there's been a change elsewhere. Does that make any sense? Like chopped wood could be you got news that the toxic boss got fired, right? I mean, like that would make somebody pretty happy, right? It would make somebody feel a sense of of a weight being removed. Or you get news that, a bill's been taken care of, or that, you no longer have to make another payment on your car because you just paid it off, or I mean, it could be so many potential possibilities. So whatever is being released is actually a positive thing for you, right? So a very, very positive thing. Now you start off with this energy of how do you take action? What do you do from here? Okay. I don't see you making a decision. I see you being in this place of indecision as a result of something that needs to go. So you're sitting there in that indecision. What do you do in order to release this toxic situation or this particular thing, right? And so while you're sitting here in the space of trying to figure out what do you do? What do you do about this problem called, whatever? Um, when the news comes in, it's very, very positive. I mean, this page of coins is sitting there with this little rabbit, right? It's almost like this page of coins has this peace offering. So it's almost like this page of coins says, hey, we know that you just had to deal with this very difficult thing, but here's this little tiny consolation prize. It's almost like whatever's coming in, it's it's a delight. It's a delight, but when you first hear about it, it's just sort of a little bit small, right? So you first hear about this news and it's going to be a weight lifted, but not entirely just yet. And then we see more movement, right? So a little bit of movement occurs with the news that you hear, or maybe you hear word that something is about to happen, right? So you do a little dance, you do a little jig because you're excited. And it's like, "Oh yes, finally. I don't have to figure out what to do about this. I don't have to take action. Somebody else is dealing with it for me," right? So it's almost like Aquarius, you're able to kind of wash your hands of it because somebody else has to deal with this situation, whatever it might be. And then we see more news that it makes you very happy. So this is fantastic to have this news coming in, making you very happy. We see that this rapid movement this rapid movement forward makes you feel like everything's finally going your way, right? Like things are finally going your way. There's a hand of blessing placed upon your shoulder and things are moving in a positive direction. So if you've been waiting for something to leave your life, Aquarius, like say like a toxic boss, toxic coworker, or something like that, it looks like they're either going on their own or they're being escorted out the door. And so we see that this movement is going to be very positive for you, Aquarius, something for you to celebrate. But yet you might not see it immediately. You'll get word of it and then you'll see it happen. So that looks really good. I don't know why I said rapid fire. All right, next up, Scorpio. Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. Scorpio, divine masculine. Divine masculine is removing something from their life. What is the divine masculine removing from their life? Scorpio, divine masculine, removing something from their life. Divine masculine, that could be, a high level soulmate or a twin flame, either or. It also could be, okay, let's wait and see what the cards show. Scorpio. All right, Scorpio, we have, well, there's the divine feminine, Page of Coins, Ten of Cups. So that looks really fantastic. Six of Cups, Three of Cups, Three of Wands. Okay. Scorpio. There is nothing in your cards that indicate what is being removed, okay? um, it could just mean that this divine masculine has to clean up their life, right? With chopped wood. So a divine masculine cleaning up some aspect of their life because I see they're moving towards their divine feminine to express their love. So that looks really fantastic. So this could be a divine masculine removing a karmic that's in the way, or a divine masculine removing something that's been in the way of, the connection, or a divine masculine removing some sort of personal struggle, like getting past a personal struggle in order to move forward. So overall energy is out of the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups could be fantasizing about reunion, especially since we have reunion showing up as the very next card after the Ten of Cups. And Ten of Cups is technically the meaning of the Ten of Cups. One of the meanings of the Ten of Cups by the book is actually reunion. So we definitely see that there's a strong focus on thinking and desiring to reconnect, right? Thinking about reconnecting with your divine feminine, thinking about reconnecting with your divine feminine and expressing your love, because we have communication. Hello, Mary Lou. Hello, darling. We have communication with our Page of Cup or Page of Coins about love and affection. Ten of, I always say the Ten of Dolphins. Ten of Dolphins. Ten of Dolphins, twin flame, Ten of Dolphins. So we have with the Page of Coins, that could also be an apology. So it's possible, there may be an apology there, but I feel like somebody is fantasizing about reconnecting with their divine feminine, because we have the divine masculine. Divine masculine is fantasizing about reconnecting with their divine feminine and expressing their love. So that looks absolutely beautiful. Expressing how much they love them, possibly apologizing with the Page of Coins, and uh, reunion coming up 3 times. So, Scorpio, have a wonderful reunion with your twin flame or divine soulmate. That looks really, 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 really lovely. All right. You can't make this shit up, All right. Let's see who's up next. Aries. Aries, Aries, Aries. Aries has a leg up. Okay. You might need your friends to help you to make this change in your life. This could be needing some friends to help you move. Maybe you're having to, or to move some junk out of your house. That's also possible. Having your friends help you to get out of a difficult situation. Mary Lou, I hope you have a wonderful night at the Waffle House. All right. A leg up, chop wood for Aries. See you briefly next week, Mary Lou. Have a beautiful, beautiful night at work. Got a card that fell. Okay. Six of Swords. You're definitely walking away from something, Aries. Hmm. All right. Five of Coins. Justice. Seven of Cups. Knight of Coins. Immediately under that is the Three of Swords. All right. So Aries, yours is a little bit more difficult, kind of like our first one, right? Like Capricorn had a really, really tough energy there. And so for you, we have this slow moving night. So something that you've been moving very, very slow on. It looks like your friends are going to help you release yourself from this situation, right? So we see your friends helping you release yourself from this situation. Now, this could be work related, or it could be marriage or cohabitating or um, a contract that you are in with another soul. Because right at the center of everything, we have justice. Justice could be marriage, justice could be a work contract, justice could be, any kind of contract that you might be in with another person, or some sort of legal matter that may have come your way. We see with the Five of Coins and Justice that whatever the situation is, it has caused you financial harm or has made you feel like you're alone in the world and it's you against the world. So these two particular cards showing up here indicate that, you definitely need friends to help you. You can't do this all by yourself. So whatever this is, you can't do it all by yourself. If it's a legal matter, you may have to find somebody that, is an attorney or that knows an attorney, something of that nature. So in some way, a leg up indicates friends and family will be helping you in some way. Well, immediately after that, we have the Seven of Cups. And the Seven of Cups tells me that this situation is so confusing that you can't find your way forward without the help of somebody else. You have to have help in this situation because it's all too confusing. You can't see your way forward. You can't find your way out of it, but you are moving out of it, right? So we see you moving out of this situation with the Six of Swords. We definitely see that. It's just slow moving to get out of it. And it's slow moving to get out of it because maybe Aries, you've been stubborn because I mean you are a leader, right? Aries is a natural leader. And so you may feel like you're the one who needs to handle it, that nobody else can handle it. And in this particular case, it's saying, no, this is the time for you to set your pride aside and have somebody help you. Go to a professional to have somebody help you if it's legal in nature. Go to your friends and your family to gain assistance if it's, a personal matter. But we definitely see you're releasing something, as we saw with chopped wood, and it looks very weighty. So this is not a time for you to be prideful and stubborn like an Aries and say, I'm doing this by myself. No, you're not. You will not get anywhere if you try to do this by yourself. It's time for you to to get additional assistance. All right. That's what I have for Aries. Aries. Okay. We're going to do two more and we'll stop at the middle this time rather than after four. Hey, Jen. Next up, Sagittarius. Oh, right before Mary Lou had to go to work too. That's too bad. It's too bad that that one didn't come up while she was still here. So we have poised and chopped wood. So you're right where you need to be in order to release something or in order to see change. So let's see, right where you need to be for what, Sagittarius? Right where you need to be. I feel like somebody's planning a trip to Mexico. They're showing me that very, very strongly. Not with any context, just that that's happening. All right. Sagittarius, let's see what we've got for you. And what are you poised for, my darlings? What are you poised for? Okay, so we have the Hermit, the Nine of Swords. Oh my gosh. It's so bizarre. All right. Temperance, there you are. And once again, our slow moving knight. It's interesting, we got one good reading so far. Or two actually. I think two good readings so far. Everybody else has got like this intense energy from the solar eclipse. So, all right. So you've got poised, which means slow down, stop. Stop, don't move. Sagittarius, stop moving forward. Stay right where you are. Oh, okay, I see why. All right, I had to take one more card. So stop moving. Stay right where you are. Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, if you were thinking about leaving a job, not yet. If you were thinking about telling somebody to take a hike from your life, not yet. If you were thinking about, clearing out some stuff from your home, not yet. Um, if you were thinking about traveling, maybe that's the person who's considering doing travel to Mexico. The answer to that is not yet. Not yet, not yet. It's not the right time. Poised. You're supposed to stay right where you're at right now. And here's why. First off, the Hermit. This is you trying to figure out your way forward, right? And so sometimes when we try to figure out our way forward, I'm going to use my situation as an example because this is a perfect example for what I'm seeing, right? So I was trying to figure out what do I pivot towards, right? What do I pivot towards? Still keeping the tarot channel and all that, like no change there. And but the whole point is to get to Hawaii eventually, right? To eventually get to Hawaii. And I chose to wait and do nothing because I felt like spirit was going to bring me the answer that I needed. And they did, right? And they did precisely as I felt it was coming. And I stayed put, right? So it's kind of like that, Sagittarius. Like you need to stay put because we see you first trying to figure out what's your next steps in life, what's your next move. And that could be what's your next move in a relationship, what's your next move in your career, what's your next move with regards to school, what's your next move with regards to, a side hustle, or what's your next move with regards to a personal endeavor. This is you, like, deep thought and reflection about that. And then there's a lot of fears and worries because of chaos all around. So this could be chaos all around in the country. A lot of people, we're not going to go into that at all because my channel is not a political channel. But there's a lot of people who are feeling uncertain in the present moment. And so, could be that kind of chaos as well, because the Temperance card is a card of chaos and confusion and difficulty around you due to stress and strain, right? And so the Temperance card, when the Temperance card comes up, there's a need to place more effort into your energy to bring about healing and bring about this nice stable energy, right? So right now your energy is too all over the place, which is why they're saying, Sagittarius, stay put, like, don't do anything. Because what I'm seeing after this time of confusion and after this time of uncertainty, that you most definitely are going to be precisely where you need to be for a brand new start, a brand new opportunity. The Ace of Coins is coming your way, and it's going to come towards you when you least expect it. But it's going to only come towards you if you stop trying to move in a new direction. So the Ace of Coins is coming. The Ace of Coins is like that gigantic Christmas gift from the universe, because it could be in any area of your life, which is why I love the Ace of Coins so much. I mean, it could be a new house, a new car, a new job, anything. It literally could be anything. And so, but poised is saying this is only coming if you stop and you slow down and you allow the universe to work in your favor. So that's what I have for Sagittarius. Love it, love it, love it. Love it. Thank you, Jen, for recommending everybody hit that like button. I appreciate it tremendously. All right, let's see who's up next. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. Cancer, Cancer, you have round and round. Okay, you're getting rid of something that you are sick and tired of dealing with. Round and round on the merry-go-round, needing to get off. Let's see what kind of merry-go-round that is. Cancer, please. Cancer zodiac. All right. Well, they showed me the hangman before we even take any cards. So the hangman indicates a need for a new perspective, right? A need for a new perspective. And it could be a need for a new perspective on this situation. Maybe you've been thinking it would resolve itself on its own. Maybe you'd been hoping it would resolve itself on its own. And we see that it does not appear to be, whatever it is. Oh, this looks good. That does not. Okay. Here we go again. This is the third sign with this card is the overall energy. That's interesting. It's highly unusual for us to get the same energy based card for multiple signs, I mean, maybe two, but not so many. Gotten quite a few. And so the hangman indicates a new perspective is needed, right? A new perspective is needed. And it looks like the new perspective that's going to be needed is going to be on someone's silence. So we see here with the Seven of Swords, the Seven of Swords indicates that this person may have cut you off, or they may be about to stop communicating. And so I took some cards on that because, we needed to know more. And it looks like this is a person who you, my dear, are walking away from, because this is your ending energy. So we see you in this energy of saying, you know what? Okay, you're putting up some sort of strong boundary with them. Five of Coins, you're going to be apart from them and the world, you're ending it. So there's a situation that you're going to be ending. And it seems to be because you're dealing with the same thing from this person over and over and over again. And maybe you kept giving them another chance and kept giving them another chance and kept giving them another chance. But I see what's going to happen. Let's talk about what's going to happen first. First, this person's coming in and you're going to be really happy about it. And maybe they've been silent and quiet, and all of a sudden they show up and they love bomb you with this Three of Cups. And you feel the sense of happiness and excitement, right? Everything's great. You feel the sense of happiness and excitement. This person's come back into your world, or this person has stepped up and has been, this loving, sweet, adoring individual. And so we see Cancer, there's this super excitement about this. Which is great. Maybe they've been taking their sweet dippy trying to get to you. And that's when something happens. That's when suddenly they turn around and they go the other direction again. Because the Seven of Swords is that sort of sneaking away energy, right? It's deception and betrayal, but it's deception and betrayal. Sometimes it's gossiping. It could be a friend who you haven't heard from in a while. And then they show up, and then the next thing you know, you find out they're gossiping about you, you're talking bad about you, or talking shit in some way. Or it could be a romantic prospect that was silent and suddenly comes back, and then all of a sudden they disappear again. So, here we have this Seven of Swords indicating they're out the door. So we see you trying to hold on. Feeling massively left out. Wanting to fight for this, but feeling massively left out. And then we see you ending it. Ending it and moving on, because it's too emotionally taxing and something comes to light. But we see you recovering just fine from it. So I see that what seems to be happening, my dear Cancers, is whoever this is that comes towards you, they're giving you the same old song and dance again that they gave you before. And it looks like it's not been the first time for it to be round and round coming up. It's probably happened to you multiple times with this individual. And so I see that you are saying enough is enough is enough. Sayonara. Good luck to you. And it looks like, it is going to be rather emotionally taxing. But when the moon comes up, when there's deception, it's because something comes to light that you couldn't see before. And when that happens and you choose to move forward into uncertainty, but then you come out on top, you're going to be just fine. You're going to be just fine, Cancer. Looks good. All right, now we're going to take a little break, and then Leo is up. Leo will be up next. And I'm going to take a little peek at Leo. Oh, Leo's card looks nice. So how is everyone? Everybody doing good? Anybody want to talk about anything on our brief break, and then we'll get started with our other six? Having chop wood as like all 12 zodiac signs main oracle, I mean, it can be both good and bad, right? And then with the solar eclipse energy, solar eclipse always brings an ending in order to bring a new beginning. So Virgo. Have I done Virgo? No, I have not done Virgo. I have not done Virgo. Not yet. Bronchitis is no fun. I always have a hard time recovering from that whenever that happens. Usually takes me weeks. It's been a while since I've gotten that though, thankfully. Has anybody had anything happen with the eclipse energy yet this weekend? Granted, it's early. Boy, it's still warm in here. And I turned the AC down. Maybe I should have put it in the 60s. I'm reading all the comments right now. So we've done 6 of them so far, and then we'll do the other 6 after a brief break. Have you guys been liking all the content? You dreamed your GF said that you're really bad at math. You dream that they said you're really bad at math? Are you bad at math or are you good at math? Some people don't take well to math, and that's okay. That's what calculators are for. Eclipse brought a weird dream about your soulmate hacking you. I don't remember if I had any dreams, which is very unusual. I just have been so flippin' tired. Oh, she's really good at math. Okay, well that makes sense. Mary Lou, I literally just did Sag. Literally right after you left. Right after you left. I did Cancer and Sag, so go back a little bit. And it's funny, I literally said, oh no, like Sag comes up right after she leaves. So at least you won't have to go too far back, Mary Lou. And you'll see the little Sag card in the corner. So here's what your Sag card looks like. So you'll see that. When you see that, you're back at your sign. Yeah, exactly. If all she did was complain about math in the dream, that's all good. So, yeah. Oh, hello, Isis. How are you? I don't know why the Isis says hi got held for review. That's very weird. That's very strange. Probably because Isis is the name of an Egyptian god, probably. I don't know if I told you this, um, back in high school, my high school boyfriend and I used to go play laser tag, right? And which was actually kind of funny because he was 6'9", so like he didn't have a lot of places he could hide. But he went on to become a police officer, so I guess it was sort of his thing. Anyway, back when you had to pick like a handle name, before you went into the laser tag arena. And so I went by ISIS. That was one of the ones that I went by. I also went by ISIS on the bulletin board system that I used to connect to via modem in 1993. And I actually won a little award, or two or three awards actually, um, from the bulletin board system. So I have these floppy disks that say ISIS and what I won, because it was a computer thing. We were nerds. Yeah, I tried to put show, but basically Mary Lou said ISIS says hi. Oh, really? Okay. Oh, you're right. You're right. It totally could get me demonetized. You're 100% right, Fusion. Totally didn't think about that. You're absolutely right. Because of the terrorist group. I totally forgot about that. Thank you, Fusion. Yeah, I did. The bulletin board was called Atlantis BBS. You actually had to log in via a modem, and I had a gigantic flipping computer. Yeah, all of us, like the whole group of us, would chat in this chat room on this BBS, and then they had like some computerized games as well. Yeah. Yep, yep. It's funny. He was 6'9". My dad is 6'8". And when he came to pick me up for the first date when I don't know, I think I was 16. I was either 16 or 17 when we started dating. I can't remember. And he came to pick me up for the first date, and my dad was sitting down on the back deck. They had their friends over. My parents had their friends over, and my dad would not get up and shake his hand, which is very unusual for my dad, right? Like he just, he would not get up and shake his hand. And because he knew when when my boyfriend walked underneath the door, right? He knew that he was taller than him. He could tell. So my dad was not going to stand up. He just gave the dad stare from the table. And after we left for our date, that was back in the days where people actually picked up people for dates, and it actually was safe back then because you knew the person ahead of time. Um, and so my dad's friend said to him, "So, how does it feel to be a little shit?" So, yeah, 6'9" is gigantic. Yeah, he's huge. I remember he showed up, and I remember where it was, but all my friends were there, and they were like, "Who in the world is that guy?" And I was like, "Oh, that was my first love." Yeah, the dad stare. That, like, I'm watching you, man. Uh, what's my sign? I'm a Pisces with a Scorpio moon and Libra rising. My Scorpio moon side is way more predominant than my Pisces sun sign is, though. My Pisces sun sign, I think, is like it's in the sixth house, so it's kind of like it's sort of a little bit more reserved. It has to do with because the sixth house has to do with your routines and things of that nature, right? So my sixth house starts off with Virgo, and then it or not starts off with Virgo. It has Pisces, but the sixth house is ruled by Virgo. So it's very subdued. Whereas, well, my psychic stuff comes from the Scorpio moon side more than it does from the Pisces. But I've been that way since I was a little kid. So, um, yeah, I've been psychic since I was young. Way, way little. Way, way, way little. Yeah, the Libra rising. I don't like my Libra rising sign because everything has to be fairness. And then when it comes to letter of the law, like with regards to like work, for instance, if work says you don't do this, then you don't do it, right? Whereas sometimes there's always like gray areas in life. It's not always black and white, but my Libra rising makes everything black and white, right? Like there is no shades of gray. Everything is like, for instance, like I'm a person who sees honesty as honesty and a white lie as a lie, right? Whereas like some people might think a white lie is like a gray area, but not for me. Like it's black or white. Everything's black or white because of my Libra rising. So I don't care for my Libra rising side because of that. Because sometimes I feel like I'm I'm always following everything to a T. Like it says do A, B, and C, so I do A, B, and C. So it's almost it's my Libra rising almost comes across as slightly on the spectrum, but it's not. It's my Libra rising. You're a Virgo. You got 0 points in your psychic when you created your character. Psychic stats when you created your character. That's funny. All right, my dears, we should probably hop into Leo, huh? Let's hop into Leo. Let's see what Leo's got. Now, first of all, I've already looked at Leo's oracle card and I like it. It looks good. So Leo's oracle card is mending and it's mending with chopped wood. So mending with chopped wood would tell me that Leo is releasing something that interfered with a relationship, right? So something that interfered with the relationship. This could be, an action that Leo took, or something that Leo said, or something that somebody else said, or something that somebody else did. That what is being released in order to resolve a situation, in order to mend a relationship with someone. So Leo is wanting to fix a relationship. I've been doing you said you wish you could analyze your signs like that. I've been doing astrology since I was 19. I've been like that was a long time ago. So I've been actively into astrology since then. And so it's kind of funny. I can look at somebody's chart and just see where all the planets are, and I could tell them everything about themselves. Um, because I've been doing that for so long. And I remember most recently, I remember that happening when little Sam started at the bar, right? She was she's a Pisces. And we're very much alike. She's an amazing person. I absolutely love her. She's fabulous. But the very first time that I met her, this other girl that I worked with named Brianna had told her that I read astrology. So I said, hey, pull up your chart. And so I knew nothing about little Sam at this point in time. So she pulled up her chart and I started telling her little bits and pieces that her chart said about her. Of course, how could I know that? Because I'd never met her until that moment. And so she thought that was pretty cool that I could look at the chart and basically tell her everything about herself. Um, but I've always been able to do that, which is it's fun, but it also can be a little bit daunting because once people find out you can do that, everybody wants you to do it, you know? It's like, here, pull up my chart. Here, pull up my chart. Here, pull up mine. It's almost like the fact, like when they find out that I can read palms, it's like, here, read my palm. Here, read my palm. I had a group that I read their palms at the bar one night. There was it five of them? Five of them. I read their palms. We didn't have anybody in the restaurant, and so so I read their palms, which was great. Had a lot of fun doing that, and they were also blown away by it. They kept bringing people back. So they brought more people the next time and more people the next time. And I'm like, y'all, I can't keep doing this. I'm not allowed to do this at the restaurant, y'all. Like, I can't. So I had to put a stop to it, but it was a lot of fun. All right, Leo, we definitely have an apology. Look at this. Look at this. Mending and an apology. So, Leo, we see that you're very likely apologizing to someone or something. Who knows what it is? Could be anything. We have the tower here, so you may have gone through a breakup, or or you may be ending something with someone and then apologizing to another, right? So, with the tower and chopped wood, it's you releasing something. And in this particular case, the tower would be some sort of breakup, some sort of, you know, removal. And then we see this is all surrounding an apology. Okay. So it's all surrounding an apology to repair a relationship. We see you communicating, Leo, with someone here. Communication. And what are you communicating? Your feelings. King of Cups. Communicating your feelings. Immediately after that is the Ace of Wands. So I feel that, you know, there is going to be a fresh new start, kind of a va-va-voom kind of thing here with the Ace of Wands showing up. You two might be having some makeup time, you know. But we definitely see this focus on you repairing a relationship and expressing your feelings. After removing something though, so like breaking something off with somebody else, or you know, releasing something that interfered with this particular connection. So that looks really, really positive. It looks good. Looks good. Next up, Virgo. Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. And Virgo, you have flexible. Okay. You might not need to remove something. Flexible is telling you to go with the flow. So before you take action on releasing someone, something, you know, whatever this turns out to be, this particular energy is saying to, so I'm getting a strong ringing in my right ear, which would indicate the potential of either good news coming your way or a um, passed on loved one around you, Virgo. And it would be a passed on female because it's the right ear. It stopped after I gave the message. So Virgo. All right, Virgo, let's see what the tarot says. The Empress, Two of Cups, Queen of Coins. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow. Ace of Cups. Okay. With chopwood and flexible, that's saying don't dismiss don't dismiss love just yet. All right, go with the flow. Don't dismiss the possibility that love is coming yet. Go with the flow. Don't dismiss this person that comes forward, this new love. Go with the flow. And the reason you should not dismiss this new love coming your way is because it looks really, really flippin' awesome. That's why. The Empress indicates new beginnings with regards to love or business, right? So, money wise, right? Love or money, because it's ruled by Venus. And so we have a new beginning with regards to love. We have the Ace of Cups, definitely a new beginning with regards to love. But I feel like when this person comes along, you're going to be like, yeah, no, not interested right now. Not interested right now. Scoot, 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 not interested. Scoot, scoot, off you go. Spirit is saying, whoa, Virgo, hold up. Go with the flow, Virgo. Because this just very well could be an absolutely amazing soulmate connection. We have in this particular deck, we have two people holding interlocked fingers, like holding interlocked fingers, like that's kind of huge, right? It's a very distinct form of intimacy where you're saying, I trust you, I'm letting you in, I feel comfortable with you. And we see this element of comfort here. And we also see two people kind of becoming one in a way. It also has the potential to be a long-term commitment with the Queen of Coins coming up here as well. So it has the potential to move towards the long-term commitment, this new love. This person may be looking for a long-term partner. So they're saying go with the flow. Don't dismiss this person just yet. They might be a good match for you. I mean, Queen of Coins, that's a good match for Virgo. That's earth energy. This person could be a Libra, a Taurus, a Capricorn, or a Cancer. The Cancer energy would be good. Capricorn would be good. So would Taurus for you, Virgo. So that is what I see for Virgo. That looks really fantastic. New love is coming. So don't dismiss them. Don't dismiss them right away. Next up, Libra. All right, Libra. Let's see what we've got for Libra. Building blocks. Okay. Building blocks with chopped wood would indicate when we have building blocks, it's like building that solid foundation, right? The solid foundation could be with regards to your finances. It could be with regards to your career. It could be with regards to school. It could be with regards to romance. But when we have building blocks, that's creation energy, right? And when we have creation energy, sometimes it's necessary to remove the impurities, shall we say, in order for you to build that nice strong foundation. So the thing here, and we'll see what comes up with the cards and what area of life this is coming up for you, Libra. But the thing here would be to remove whatever could be interfering with you having a nice, stable foundation in this particular area of your life. And we'll find out what that is. You ever, you know that song, Skip to my Lou, my darling? I just heard Skip to my Lou, my darling. It's like, it's very country. It's very old timey. I don't know if that means anything to anybody. All right, Libra. Libra, Libra, Libra. Okay. Um, so whomever this is this is the person who was passed on. So I keep hearing skip to my loo, my darling, and I'm seeing somebody play the spoons. So that tells me that this person very likely was alive during the 50s, 60s because they're playing the spoons. I also have this kind of country sort of energy surrounding this individual, whomever this is that passed. It doesn't necessarily mean they passed in the 1950s, 1960s, but they are definitely showing me that this person lived during that time frame because that's what I equate the spoons to. So they're showing me the spoons. They're also showing me, that this person is very jovial. That this person also, it's definitely a woman. It's definitely a woman. Um, I'm seeing pulled back gray and black hair. And so it's like salt and pepper hair pulled back. Um, and um, they're very musically inclined. Although they may not have actually played an instrument themselves. Um, what's the purpose? Why are we here? They passed away of cancer. Whomever this is passed away of breast cancer. Maybe that helps somebody know who this is that passed. She's showing me a little trinket box that I think she gave to whomever she's trying to communicate with. Um, kind of like a music box, but smaller, if that makes any sense. So like, she's showing me a little trinket box. And this might not be for anybody who's in now. It might be for somebody who comes in later. So just a note. Um, Now she's showing me a coin from the trinket box, as well as it's either a necklace or a bracelet, one of the two. It looks like it has like opals in it. Opals were a birthstone for her. I don't know what month opal is. And she's saying it's okay for you to sell it, whatever it is. So, whomever she's trying to reach out to is thinking about selling something that may have been tied to the family or may have been inherited. I don't believe that it's jewelry. I believe that the jewelry was in order for whomever this is to know the person that passed. But she's trying to say it's okay for you to sell whatever. Um, and that she's also saying that she just wants you to be happy and she wants you to not be tied to not be tied to family things, right? Like not to feel like they're it's October and we're doing Libra. Libra's October. That's interesting. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense as to why this person's showing up right now. Okay. So she died of breast once again. Recap. Old timey, country like woman, salt and pepper hair, died of breast cancer, um, gave gave or left a small trinket box to their granddaughter. is what she's saying. Trinket box has a coin in it and either a bracelet or a necklace with opals on it. And whomever the granddaughter is has been deliberating about selling something that was inherited. And she's saying, go ahead and sell it. She doesn't want you tied to that kind of energy and being stuck with stuff. She wants you to be happy. She's also saying that she loves you. And, but not to sell the necklace or the bracelet, but not to sell the trinket box. Because something about the necklace or the bracelet is her connection to you, if that makes any sense. Like when you look at the necklace or you wear it or bracelet, whatever it is, it kind of calls her to you. So she doesn't want to lose that tie to you. All right, that's all I got. That's all I got. You're welcome. All right. She's a super affectionate lady. She likes to kiss you on the cheek and give you a hug. So you may feel your grandmother giving you a hug and a kiss right here on the cheek. All right, Libra. Libra, building blocks and chop wood. I told you there was somebody dead coming. I just was kind of hoping it wasn't going to be like during our live stream because that's been happening a lot lately. All right. I also told you it was a woman. Back to Libra, Knight of Swords. Okay, so here's the funny thing, Libra. This came flying out and I put it back in and then shuffled. So you definitely were supposed to have that. Ace of Cups. Ooh, Five of Wands. Eight of Swords. All right. Well, I see what needs to be released here. This is okay, so it is building a foundation of a relationship. Doesn't necessarily have to be love. It could be family related. It could be sibling relationship. It could be a friend relationship. Could be a family relationship. The Ace of Cups doesn't really necessarily show us a whole lot about whether or not it's love because I don't have any other love cards showing up. But the Ace of Cups does indicate a strong affinity between you and this individual. Okay. Um, and we do see that they are coming, whoever this is coming forward with communication that's going to make you happy. And the communication that's going to make you happy is about building something together, right? So it is about building something together. However, what needs to go, right? So something needs to go. What needs to go is fears and anxiety, because we have fears and anxiety here with the Eight of Swords. And the fear and anxiety that's showing up with the Eight of Swords is going to potentially cause some fighting between you and this person. So the fear and anxiety could cause fighting between you and a friend, you and a family member. And it could be your fear and anxiety, or it could be theirs, Libra, either or. But the fear and the anxiety is what needs to go. So if it's not your fear and anxiety, fears and anxiety, it's needing to help your person to feel safe, right? Feel safe so that there's no more bickering and fighting between you. If it is your fears and anxiety, it's you needing to find a way to work with that so that there won't be any bickering and fighting between the two of you. Because bickering and fighting between the two of you is what is preventing you from having this stable, secure foundation. And so it's what's preventing the stable, secure foundation is anxiety. Anxiety can cause lying, anxiety can cause fighting, anxiety can cause spying, it can cause, it could cause an intense amount of stress in relationships. And so we see that some sort of anxiety is causing stress in this relationship between you and this individual. So, Libra, if you know that you're not the one who's dealing with anxiety, consider whoever comes your way in the next 2 weeks that you're close to. Like I said, it could be a child, it could be a sibling, it could be a friend, it could even be a coworker, or it could be a romantic connection. And so consider this person and what their anxieties may be, because they may need to feel safe around you, or you may need to feel a sense of safety with them so that this foundation can become more stable. All right. That's what I have for Libra. Libra, Libra. Up next is Taurus. Taurus. All right. Taurus. Taurus. Oh, Taurus, not for you. Didn't we get not for you before? I feel like we got not for you once before. Not for you. A door being shut, or a window being shut and a door being opened, perhaps. Something that's not for you needs to be released, though. Maybe you know something should not be in your life, and there's a need for you to release whatever that is. It could be a person, it could be a thought process, it could be a job, it could be all right. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. Three of Swords, heartbreak. Uh-oh. Taurus, we get not for you and then heartbreak. What's going on? Nine of Swords. Uh-oh. All right. All right. I'm a little bit nervous to take the next card. Two of Wands. Okay. That's good. You take some action. You take some action and it brings about positive change. Oh my gosh. And there we go. Eight of Swords. Okay. What was I just saying about anxiety for Libra? Are you dealing with the Libra? Wow. All right, Taurus. Something definitely is not for you. Something heartbreaking. It could be a person that broke your heart, and you're like, I ain't letting that person back in. Could be a person, could be a situation. Three of Swords. You may feel overlooked. You may feel um just, it feels like romantic heartbreak is what it feels like. And the reason I say that is because the overall energy is that of the Eight of Swords, right? And when you experience romantic heartbreak, it very often creates this energy of feeling uncertain about yourself, right? Uncertain, scared about the future, scared about yourself, feeling a sense of insecurity, feeling a sense of low self-esteem, right? So we have a really, really intense energy here. And this intense energy may have already happened or it may be about to happen. But when we have the Three of Swords with so much fears and anxieties immediately thereafter, it's usually related to romantic heartbreak. Um, it may be affecting your sleep. It could also be affecting your health because this kind of stress can also affect your health negatively, if that makes any sense. So here's the good thing, okay? The solar eclipse energy may cause this if it hasn't already happened, okay? And if the solar eclipse energy causes this in you, Taurus, and causes this overall sense that, something didn't work out as you hoped it would, and it makes you feel, it makes you feel, um, fear and worry and struggle. Here's what the cards are saying you need to do to get past it. Okay. Figure out how to take action. So, with taking action, it's releasing this, right? Releasing it, letting it go. Sorry, didn't mean to hit the microphone. Because when you take action to release the energy of this situation from your life, that could be a cord cutting, that could be, um, like for instance, you know, packing up somebody's things so that you don't have to look at them, or putting away the cards and the love letters that you received so that you don't have to read them again, or like anything like that, right? Like when you take action to release it, here's what comes: a brand new opportunity, a brand new beginning. So if the heartbreak is because you got laid off from a job, maybe you feel a sense that, being laid off from a job was an injustice, right? Then take action because we have something new on the horizon. We have something new on the horizon, providing you don't sit in the energy of fears, worries, and insecurities, right? So this is actively taking a step out of this energy, opens up a brand new opportunity. And once again, the brand new opportunity could be anything with that Ace of Coins, because the Ace of Coins is, like I said earlier, that big old Christmas gift from the universe, right? Could be in anything. And so you can't sit idle, Taurus. So the heartbreak of this situation, if it hasn't happened yet, and it happens in the next week or so, you can't sit idle. If for some reason you're dealing with somebody's passing, you can't sit idle. And that's very, very hard to say and do, but I know when my ex-husband passed and I had to deal with the house all by myself, which was a gigantic gar just a gigantic problem. When I had to deal with it myself, I shut down because nobody was there to help me. And and so I literally shut down, and it took 8 months before I actually could get the house taken care of because it was just me dealing with it. And so it's kind of like that, right? Like whatever happens, you cannot sit idle, because if you sit idle, you're going to fall into fears, worries, and anxiety. But if you take action, we have a beautiful, beautiful new beginning up ahead. a beautiful new beginning on the horizon. But you have to take action because this is our action-oriented card, right? It's like, which two actions do I choose from? The one where I know what the outcome is, or the one where I don't know where the outcome is, but I know that if I take a step in that direction, it's going to lead me there, right? So that's what we see with the sun and the moon at the top of these wands. So Taurus, I don't know if this has already happened to you or if it's coming up, but if it's coming up, think back to this reading about how you cannot sit idle, because if you sit idle, you're going to have issues. You're going to have problems. Very likely we'll have health problems as well as emotional problems. So you're going to have to take action when it comes up, Taurus. All right. Wow. Okay. Let's not have weighty ones for the next two. Okay, Spirit. Oh, all right. Gemini's next. Yikes. My goodness. I think we're getting all these tough ones because we're doing these readings on the day of the solar eclipse. Yeah, sage the fuck out of it is what Jen just said. It's like, because we're doing these readings on the day of the solar eclipse, we're getting all of this really, really, really tough energy. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, my goodness, my goodness. All right, Gemini. Let's see what we have for you. Gemini. Ooh, Gemini, you have Imagine. Imagine Dragons. So, chop wood and imagine. It's like when Disney's coming up. When you wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are. Everything your heart desires will come to you. Everything your heart desires, Gemini. What does your heart desire? Action-oriented king is your overall energy. Love it. Let's see what we got. High priestess. 5 of Cups. 6 of Swords. Okay, that's all right. That's all right. That's all right. Ooh, 6 of Swords, Queen of Cups. Oh, look at that. 9 of Cups. All right. The sun. The sun will come out. All right. So you do have to release something. We see that. It looks like a truth is going to be exposed to you, Gemini, okay? So the High Priestess, 5 of Cups. I feel like a truth is going to be exposed, which makes you feel a sense of no hope. Makes you feel like you've lost hope with regards to love, with regards to some aspect of your life. Okay, so a truth comes to light that makes you kind of lose faith in something. And usually when we have the 5 of Cups, it could be regrets as well. So, maybe a truth you didn't want to come out comes out, and there's a sense of regrets and difficulties. But we see you moving on from that energy. Okay. The 6 of Swords indicates you will move forward. You will move forward. Why? Because you have the King of Action. Our King of Wands, he's our king of action. He doesn't sit around idle. He goes after whatever he wants, right? Um, and so, that's what I was getting, everything your heart desires is available to you, but you got to move on from regrets and sorrows first. maybe regrets and sorrows has been keeping you stuck and preventing you from having what you wish for, preventing you from having happiness, preventing you from having emotional fulfillment, emotional contentment, preventing you from having love. I mean, we have love and emotional fulfillment here. We also have the sun. So, I mean, we have happiness on the horizon. We have emotional fulfillment, emotional contentment on the horizon. We also have, somebody loving, kind, generous. So there is the potential for love here for you, Gemini. But in order for you to have this love, have this potential, right? Have this potential, you have to release a regret or a burden or a person from the past first. It could be needing to remove a past love that you haven't been able to get over yet, or needing to remove a situation that just brings a sense of deep sadness and woe. Once you're able to do that, it opens up the potential for new love on the horizon that's going to bring this sense of excitement and happiness and emotional peace. And we definitely see like the new opportunity, the birth of something new here. And so it's saying, everything your heart desires can come to you, Gemini, if you release the person from the past, if you release the heartache from the past, if you release the regrets from the past, everything that you desire is within your grasp. All right, that's good. That was for Gemini. Last up, Pisces. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. Oh, look, we got to be fair. What was I saying earlier about, how I hate my Libra rising? All right. To be fair is this is basically the Justice card in Oracle form. So you may be signing a contract, there may be some element of reciprocity between you and another person where you give, they give, you receive, they receive, that sort of thing. Let's see. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. 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 All right, my dear Pisces, let's see what we get for our sign. Ooh, something went flying. Seven of Wands in the reverse. You having trouble holding the line? Strength card. The Lovers. Hanging Man. That's three major arcanas. That's pretty huge. Chariot, make that four. Three of Wands. Four of Wands is the overall energy. Okay. There's Justice right there. Justice comes after the Ten of Cups. After a period of struggle. So the four of wands is well, one, it's a twin flame card, but I'm not seeing twin flame cards, so we're not going there. Okay. The four of wands is often it's that harmony and peace, right? It's you receiving harmony and peace after a time of struggle. So we see a time of struggle here. We see a time of struggle here. So after a time of struggle for you, Pisces, and you releasing whatever this struggle is, right? You letting the struggle go. Then we see harmony, peace, happiness. The Four of Wands can sometimes be a wedding or a celebration card. So you might be attending a wedding in the near future, or this could be centering around a long-term relationship, very possibly with this particular card. The Four of Wands also has to do with the home. So there may be a focus on your home, Pisces. Beautifying your home, making your home a place of peace, right? Making your home a place of peace. There's two birds there and they are watching over a nest. And so there also could be a focus on watching over your children, watching over your family, nurturing something that you're trying to give birth to. By that, I mean, if you're trying to give birth to a business, or, a personal endeavor, you're trying to put energy into that, nurturing that endeavor so that it will grow to be something that you can celebrate, something that you can feel the sense of harmony and excitement about. You start off Pisces with the Strength card, and the Strength card here is we have a lion and an Empress here. So there is that sense where the Empress brings peace, right? It may be possible in order for you to find your inner strength, you also may have to show compassion to others or show compassion to someone. With the Strength card and the Lovers here, this Lovers looks like a reunion. It's very possible that this is saying, hey, be strong, Pisces. There's a reunion up ahead between you and someone you know. The Lovers is often about making a decision when it comes to love, though. So it's like, be strong. There's a decision that's going to need to be made. And the Hangman says, before you make that decision, look at things from a new perspective. Look at things from a new light before you make that decision. The Hangman is always about looking at things differently, trying to see things differently. Maybe trying to see a difficult situation from somebody else's eye, through somebody else's eyes, somebody else's viewpoint. There may be travel involved. So you may be traveling in the near future with the Chariot here. Because we have the Four of Wands, if there's travel involved between you and a twin flame, that might be coming up as well. But the Chariot indicates that in the very near future, you are going to be moving towards positive growth, positive movement, something that's going to make you intensely happy, because we did see the 10 of Cups over here. So you are moving towards something that's going to make you intensely happy. It's going to bring you this sense of feeling at peace. It's going to bring you this sense of feeling like there is harmony in your life. But change has to occur first. And that's the part that is so gigantic with your reading here. I've got 5 major arcana sitting out here in front of me. And when you have 4 like this coming directly one after the other, Pisces, that is big movement in your life. It is big movement that possibly the catalyst may be this solar eclipse energy, this new moon energy. And so that could be the catalyst of bringing this change into your life, but it's change. It's big change. It's not something small. And maybe that's why they're saying, hey, before you make this decision, take another look at things, because it's a big decision. It's big change, right? So big things here. So before you make a decision, look at it again. so that you can see which way to move forward with the Chariot. But the Chariot is an indication of being on that victory lap, right? I always, every time I see the Chariot, I think of the Knight's Tale when all of the knights were, riding into town and everybody's there, cheering them on. The knights are in town, right? The boys are back in town is the song that was playing in that portion of the movie. Um, Three of Wands. Look at the way he's looking at the Chariot. Like, he's looking at the Chariot like, this is taking its sweet dippy getting here, right? Like, this is taking its sweet time getting to you. So it's like victory has taken its time to get to you. This sense of either true love or happiness or, emotional fulfillment, the Ten of Dolphins, this sense of happiness has taken its sweet time to get to you. Now, we do have justice. We do have justice. We have the Four of Wands. This could be a marriage coming up. Pisces, you might be running off and eloping. But that could be a marriage. It could also be some sort of contract coming up, something that is literally going to be working in your favor. See, they're balanced here and they're balanced here. The scales of justice are balanced on both of these balanced scales. The scales of justice are balanced. And in this particular case, they're highlighted with this beautiful glow. If you've been dealing with a financial hurdle because that Five of Coins, I see that's coming to an end. If you've been dealing with a romantic hurdle because, this is usually two people out in the cold, I see that's coming to an end. Uh, you will have a time of rest after this resolves, after this moves forward. You will have a time where you'll be able to rest and recharge after this change. So if this change involves you taking a series of multiple actions, then know that it will come about. You will be able to take a break, but not just yet. So this looks really fantastic. This could be a new job. Sophie says she's been waiting for a new job. Hope it comes soon. That could be this. It could be this. Absolutely. Because when we have the justice card, sometimes that's signing the contracts, the paperwork for starting a new job, right? Hello, Aaron. Aaron and Sophie. Hello, hello, hello. So it could be a new job, but whatever it is that's coming your way is going to bring this sense of peace and happiness. But it's coming your way after really intense change. And I think that that's going to kind of blow some people away, right? Because here's this sense of tremendous change. And it's been something you've been waiting for so long. And it's like the wait is still there for a little bit. The wait is still there. But then it all resolves, and it resolves better than you could possibly imagine. I mean, the Ten of Cups and the balanced scales, justice, karma finally coming back in a good way for you, Pisces. Justice can be karma coming back to you in a positive way. So, but first there has to be change and something has to be let go of. And that's the part that looks like it's gonna suck. Can't exactly sugarcoat that part, Pisces, but but it looks good. Looks good. Sophie, I hope that new job comes for you soon. I know so many people who've been looking for work and it's been hard. That's what I have for everybody, my dears. Thank you for joining me for tonight's All Signs live stream. I will be doing next week's at 7 as well because my Mondays are now filled with double shifts, so at the bar. So so unfortunately I can't stay up as late as usual. You're very welcome, my dear. You're very welcome, Sophie. I hope everybody's doing well, and I hope that the week goes good. I'm glad you caught the live. I'll be going live next week at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time again. So it'll be 7 on Sunday next week. Good TED Talk. Oh, that's funny. I think they said that TED Talks are typically 17 minutes. And so, or is it 17 minutes? 12 minutes? Might be 12 minutes. I don't know. There's a certain number of minutes. Oh, no, it's 18 minutes. So you can't go above 18 minutes for a TED Talk. And we went way beyond 18 minutes. Oh, thank you so very much. I used to do these twice a week when everybody was at home during COVID. It would be Monday mornings at 11 and then like Thursday mornings at 11. I don't, unfortunately, I also, all I was doing at that point in time, I was not doing anything else for work other than the channel. Um, I was able to devote a lot more time to the channel back then. So hopefully, right now I'm devoting a great deal of time to the channel right now. I hope you guys are enjoying the content. And all of you that received one card tarot readings, I hope they've been of help to you. I'm going to continue to do that for a while. I'm really liking that. I think it's a positive addition. It makes the videos a little bit longer, but sometimes if you just a thought, but sometimes if you watch the one card tarot reading, even if it's not for you, sometimes you could still get messages from it if your spirit guides are trying to help you get a specific message. So sometimes it's worth kind of watching them to see if there's anything that resonates. Plus, at one point in time, we had a passed on loved one show up in Cancer's video. So everybody tonight, we had a passed on grandma that showed up in who passed away from breast cancer. She showed up during Libra's reading. So I will put timestamps up for all of these a little bit later, and I'll be sure to put a timestamp for that as well. Okay. Everyone, I'm gonna have to get going because I need to record 2 things for the channel before I go to work tomorrow. And so I'm gonna be up for a little bit longer. So I'm gonna be up for a little bit longer. I gotta get back to work, so I'm gonna have to run. But love and light to you, my darlings. Thank you for joining me tonight. I really appreciate it. I hope that you guys have an absolutely beautiful week. And I will see you guys on your next zodiac read, and then I'll see you next Sunday night for our all signs. All right, my darlings, love and light to you. Kiss, kiss. Big, big hearts. Kiss, kiss. Mahalo nui loa. And I'll see you on our next one. Good night, everyone. I don't want to disconnect. I really don't want to go, but I have to.